It's Dave in Snowhio, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good. So how are things going in Ohio tonight?
Cold.
Cold.
It's cold here.
Well, we've had a couple of days of pretty days here. Nice, warm, into mid 60s, sunshine.
Send it up here.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 You'd mess it up with that snow stuff.
We have a little bit of that, but not a lot. So,
We just send you keep all of it you can have,
we don't want any of it. Send it to Marnie in Canada.
I don't know if Marnie wants it either.
I don't know anybody that does.
Yeah, my
Some
wife
people
does.
like to ski.
Snow. My wife would like to snow, but we trying to disappoint her here and not have any.
Hmm. Do you know what? Did I tell you what Dan Latham called where he lives?
What Dan call
Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody living up there got any real reason to complain, because if they didn't like it, they'd come down south where it's nice.
Well, we don't like the oppressive hot summers. That's the problem.
Well, I guess you gotta have one or the other, huh?
Hmm. Or you can be a snowbird like a lot are.
Yeah, there are a lot of those. Go out here on I-75 and look at all the car tags, and you see very few Georgia tags.
Hmm.
They're all either Florida or they're from up in Minnesota
Hmm.
or Ohio. Well, I see a lot of Ohio tags. I'm I'm getting excited here tonight.
That's good.
I just added number 4 tonight, and looks
All
like
right.
looks like it's gonna be about maybe 6 added below him real quick.
Good.
So
Anybody I know?
actually, you might. It's Tony Hilston.
I know Tony.
Yeah.
Very good. Who's your third?
Lonnie Glossop.
All right.
Yeah.
Lonnie's a good guy.
Yeah, I thought so. I've always thought so.
Very good. He should do well.
He's
Are they coming on the call tonight?
well. I doubt Tony will. He's down in Australia,
Hmm.
but I'm gonna send him a recording of it for sure. And Lonnie is gonna try to be on the call tonight, but he probably won't be talking because he's got something else going on at the same time. But he wants to have it where he can, listen. I told him how to mute his mic out, and he can listen. So
Hmm.
he did say he wanted to do that, and I told him if that didn't work out, I'd send him a recording. So
Very good.
I am recording this. Tonight I'm going to try to go through the Winning Team marketing system. May end the call up doing that, so that I can record it and make a tool out of it,
Hmm.
uh, so that everybody can use it. Everybody that wants to, anyway.
Hmm. Oh, I put a supporter ticket into a free safe list mailer. My friend Sam
Yeah,
is the owner there,
yeah.
and I asked him why my YouTube video is not working as a hot link.
Yeah.
I think there must be some unwritten law that says YouTube videos will not play regardless of what on a safe list. So I think there must be some unwritten law that says it won't work. So
even if you're using a forwarded masked domain name other than that, just to point to it.
Okay, mine wasn't masked. Is that my mistake? Should I mask it?
I would. I can't promise you that'll fix it, but that's what I would do. I'd forward and mask it for sure.
Okay. You could try.
I clicked on the links that you sent me in Skype there, and they all seem to work. So
yeah, they work. I checked them too myself, but when I checked the hot link, when I got my confirmation email that said that it's been mailed out, I clicked on the click here for credits, and nothing played.
Wow.
It was just a big white screen. I'll try masking it, see how that helps.
I don't know for sure that that'll work, but it seems like it probably would. I hope.
And I wondered if I could go to Weebly and do my own domain or my own website and embed the video in there. But whether or not it'll play as soon as it comes on remains to be seen. I know for years it doesn't. But you have to hit the little arrow to play it.
You have to hit the arrow, yeah.
So I would prefer that it would start playing as soon as the thing started.
But that might work too if you do everything in Weebly and then just embed a link to the Weebly site, because then your safe list mailer wouldn't actually be playing the video. The Weebly site would. Let's see who else has joined us here. This is Mike in Georgia, and please tell us who you are. This is the Winning Team Training Call.
Yes, David Mincy from Melbourne, Florida.
David Mincy from Melbourne, Florida. Well, we're glad to have you in here tonight. Mighty glad.
Hello, David.
Hi, Reverend Dave. Hello, everybody.
I tell you, I'm glad I'm not diabetic.
Me too. I'm glad you're not, and I'm glad I'm not.
They had a chocolate cake with chocolate icing on it, and it was so thick on Friday for my birthday party. I had 2 big pieces. I says, thank God I'm not diabetic, because I'd be in the hospital right now. It was so good.
You ought not to talk that way. You know that, don't you?
No.
Some of us are diabetic.
I'm sorry, but I still maintain life is too short to eat dessert last.
Well, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. I just don't get to eat it, that's all.
Yeah, my daughter-in-law made one whale of a cake. It was great cake.
Well, that's great.
And the kids sang to me and did a good job, and it was a nice time. Now, yesterday, I went to the health spa and pulled a muscle in my back, so I wasn't able to work out. So I went over to Applebee's to see my friend. She wasn't working, but another friend of mine was working at the same time. But they had some absolutely rude women there giving the bartender a hard time, giving the waitress a hard time, giving the manager a hard time, just being abrasive. And I felt bad for him because I did a work of service. I gave them one of my free appetizers. So, but some people just can't say thank you. They have to be abrasive.
Yeah, seems like that. Seems like some people just are.
Well, it was a real honor for me to share my birthday with a great American, Robert E. Lee.
Oh, Robert E. Lee, yeah. Yeah. Was his birthday, wasn't it?
That's what they tell me.
One of them Virginians. He must have really been busy, because everybody I ever met with the last name of Lee, L-E-E, claims to have been one of his relatives. So.
Well, when I was in, I think it was junior high school, they said that the reason George Washington was called the father of our country was because he fathered a lot of our country.
Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia. You reached a winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Mike. It's Sandy. How you doing?
I am doing absolutely great, Sandy. How are you doing this evening?
Good, good.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Rick, Dave. How are you?
Okay.
That's good.
Sore back. I pulled a muscle in my back yesterday at the health spa.
What were you doing?
Well, the dumb thing was I was preparing to exercise by stretching, and apparently I stretched wrong.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
That's what happens when you get old. All sorts of things go wrong when you try to do the right thing.
Oh, golly.
So I was stretching, and all of a sudden I felt something give. I thought, oh, no.
Well, my
friend, the masseuse, was there, but he was working on other people who have committed to working out in the new year, and they're the ones that last 2.5 weeks because they were getting worked on yesterday. And I can just see a lot of them saying, "This isn't worth it. I'm going to quit working out." So. But he was busy. He was busy last week and the week before, and now it's slowed down. I'll be able to get back in next week. So,
well, that's good. That's good. I heard a speaker one time talking about how New Year's resolutions, everybody decides they're going to lose weight and get back in shape and everything, and you go to the gym, you can't find an empty machine anywhere, and he said, but by the time February, March rolls around, you go in there and you could shoot a cannon through there and not hit anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's about it. But you know, I keep running into these little old ladies and little old men, and I'll be on the life cycle, the computerized bicycle.
Yeah.
And riding it, and I plan on going like at least 20 minutes. And I'll be on there for 10 minutes, and they'll come up to me, "Are you going to be on that much longer?" Well, yeah, probably another 10 minutes. Well, there's another bike over there. She goes, no, that's not my bike. I was on their bike. So.
You're the same ones that reserve the pews in church, right?
That's about the size of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am going to be doing. Yeah, I'm on here. I am going to be doing screen sharing. I think towards the end of the call tonight, I'm gonna run through the winning team marketing system. I'll be using Sandy and Doug's Word document that they created here for screen sharing. Also as a guideline, so I know what to say. But I'm going to record that and then cut it out and put, as just that, and make a tool out of it, post it up on the website.
Mike, can I excuse myself? Nature is calling me.
If you hurry back.
I will.
Anything going on with y'all, Sandy? David?
No, just working.
Hi, David.
Hi, Sandy. Hey, I've got a question for you, Sandy.
Yeah.
How do you get them pictures? I tried to load my picture 2 or 3 times with Team Global Impact, and I keep getting it sideways. How do you get it upright?
I don't know why they're coming sideways.
I think that must have something to do with the way the picture's on your computer, because you had that problem with something else we was doing here a while back. Can't remember exactly which one, but I remember you having that problem before with the.
Well, when it shows in a OneDrive, that's where it shows up in the OneDrive.
Yeah.
And it's upright. But when I try to upload it anywhere, it turns on its side.
Sound like you need to download it from the OneDrive or whatever that is, and make a copy of it and then put it into Microsoft Picture Manager or something like that, and make sure that it's set up vertical the way you want it. I think that's what we wound up having to do with the other one.
Yeah, not Microsoft Picture Manager will give you the option to rotate it, and you can, I don't know why it's saving sideways though. It's weird.
I don't know either.
I don't know either.
Okay, I'm ready to share this other program with you. It's called Life Leadership. I got retail sales margin, and it's 100 PV times 25%, which is $25. They got personal bonuses, customer bonuses, differential bonuses. You have one downline team, and so you got your total PV is 1,500, and therefore 25% on the bonus chart. And you got 15 ways to make. Well, I don't know where that half comes in, but it's 15 and a half ways to make money.
Halfway.
Halfway, huh? Means you're gonna halfway make money with it?
No, I don't know. There's a lot of people make a lot of money with it.
Put a link in the chat room so we can all click on it.
When I find that video, I will send it to all of you.
Okay. Well, we're getting really excited about Four Corners and TGI here tonight. We just added our 4th front row member here tonight, and there's about 6 of those fixing to stack under him, so we're getting excited, more and more excited about this. Looks good. We've already been advanced up to Tier 2. So we're ready to help you. We're ready to help y'all. Let's get going. Let's get it going.
Tier 2's got some exciting PDS on it.
Yep. I guess you're back, huh, Reverend Dave?
I'm back.
Very
I
good.
feel fresh and free now.
Very good.
I can concentrate now without being distracted.
Without your teeth floating?
Pretty much.
David, excuse me for interrupting. Why don't you send me the pictures and I'll see what I can do with them? And I'll save them to Photo Bucket or something so you can access them.
Send that one picture that I'm having.
Whatever you're having trouble with.
Okay.
Okay. Because Doug's a genius with that stuff. He'll straighten it out for you, figure out what's wrong.
He absolutely is. I'll agree with that about Doug. He's a genius when it comes to that. He does a great job.
What is your email address, Sandy? Just in case I don't have everybody loaded in this thing.
I'll Skype it. You want me to Skype it?
Yeah.
It's S. Yeah, let me Skype it to you. Let me find you in my Skype. There you are. That was quick.
Yeah.
Okay. There it is. It's gone.
There it comes. Huh?
Is it going to be on the winning team chat room?
I put it in your Skype. Your own Skype.
Okay, well, I don't see it yet.
Brian David Mincy.
Sandy?
Yeah?
I couldn't see it either, and then I went and minimized the top thing, the top screen, and it appeared. The winning team marketing, right?
Oh, I thought I sent it. I'll send it to Brian. I mean, I'll send it to winning team, but...
No, I'm just saying that's what it says at the top.
That's screen share. You got the screen share on, Dave?
No,
Yeah.
I sent
Okay, that's the screen share
to David's
you're saying.
personal Skype.
Oh.
Well, I don't see it on the Skype. Yeah.
Now here's another David Mincy. What's this?
You got David Mincy's got two profiles in Skype. He wasn't sure who he was.
Well, this one has... This is
Listen.
Brian David Mincy, and it's a picture of him with a beard.
Sandy. Try Brian.
Yes.
Brian.Mincy1.
Actually, he's got 3 profiles, and I'm just looking. You got 3 profiles in here.
Why don't I put it in the winning team?
Yep.
It could be easy.
I can find it then.
That may be where to put it. Yeah, I'm just looking here, David. I got Brian David Mincy, I got Brian Mincy, and I got David Mincy.
Well, I don't know how I did that.
I don't know either. You're talented.
I didn't know I did that.
That has a nice picture on it. You got tie on, a nice white shirt.
I don't know how I did all that.
Just good. Let's see here. Does that email work, Sandy? Because I told you the other day you asked me to change it, so I did, and then I tried to use it, and it wouldn't go, and wasn't nothing sent to it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have any trouble with it. I'm telling you, Google is just, about giving me crazy. They corrupted my Sam Lundstrom.
Oh
and I lost everything on that. I sent files, all the separated files, my the inbox, the outbox, everything was gone, just wiped out. And I asked them what was wrong, and I don't know, some nonsense about somebody had hacked my account.
Okay, I got them. I got blasted too, Sandy. I got destroyed. It took 3 techs to fix my computer. I really got stomped on.
I'm getting your emails. Mike.
As long as you're getting them, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get Mike's emails now. I probably didn't before, but I do now. iCloud's added Lonnie Glossop.
Lonnie Glossop.
Yeah. Is he on your front line with me?
Yes, sir.
And you got more people coming in below us?
Well, I got, besides you and Lonnie, I got 2 other people on the front line, and I got about 5 or 6 people lined up to go down below one of those. That I don't have them lined up. He does.
Yeah.
We have just about
Well,
encircled the South Pacific. By the way, we've gone
now?
We've gone international and just about got the South Pacific encircled, all the way over from Australia and to Philippines.
Really? Cool.
Yep. My next goal now is to find 200 people to sponsor. Because 200 people, if I can sponsor 200 people, I'll become a diamond, and there's a lot of extra bonuses go along with the diamonds.
Yeah.
Did you see Clay's almost over 600 now?
Clay?
Yep.
I knew Van was over 600, but I didn't know Clay was.
Yeah, Clay just broke 600 this week.
That's fantastic.
Because Van is like 650.
Yeah.
And Clay was like at 602.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad for him. Now all we got to do is get Clay to share with us exactly, what he's doing. Of course, I imagine some of those are being shared down our way anyway, or will be.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. It's really, really exciting.
I just find it ludicrous that people are balking at the $18.
Me too. When you stop and look at what is potential there. I had a fella this week. I ain't gonna call his name, but this fella this week, I was talking to him about the program and everything, and going over some things, and he said, "Wow, I didn't know that kind of money was involved."
$18.
$18.
No, he wasn't talking about the $18. He was talking about the money that could come his way.
$8,000. Oh my goodness.
He told me, he says, I didn't know it was that kind of money involved. He decided he's going to start working a little harder. Of course, he's already got his front row filled. I guess he's working pretty good.
Oh, that must be me.
I wasn't going to call your name.
Oh, I thought you meant somebody on your team.
No, I wasn't going to call your name. You're on my team.
Well,
whether you're in my line of sponsorship or not, doesn't matter. You're on the team.
That's true, and you're on my team.
Absolutely, we work together. course, everybody on this call tonight's on my team. We all work together. We all here to help each other.
Well, I knew you could make like 500,000 if you got your 4. But what I saw the matrix progression by Van, I thought, wow.
Mm-hmm. You stop and figure out you can make 559,000 by filling up your matrix, your 4x6 matrix. But if you sponsored those 4 on your front row, then that's an extra $2 million, because you're going to make 100% match bonus on whatever they make.
Right.
So if you just sponsored 4, that's an extra $2 million, and now you're up to $2.5 million you can make, and that don't count the commission on the newsletter,
a residual,
which is a residual income of probably in the neighborhood of $300,000 a month.
You're making my mouth water now.
No, I don't. No, David. It's every bit sitting right out there for you. All you got to do is reach out and get it.
Yeah.
And basically, telling the honest truth, basically all you got to do is reach out there and get those first 4 and get them quick as you can, so they're on your front row. If they can't afford the $18, go give them $18. You need those front 4, because you're going to make 100% check match on everybody that you personally sponsor, no matter where they wind up. But if they're on your front 4, that's like multiplying your matrix income by 4 times, or 5 times actually. And it really, 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 really gets to be big. And it's a realistic situation, especially when we've got, we were talking about Clay and Van there, but there's some others. There's 25 big heavy hitters that sponsor people in those numbers sitting at the top of this of the TGI matrix, not the Four Corners deal, but the TGI team has got 25 of those heavy hitters sitting up there, including Clay. Of course, Clay is the pretty much the creator of the TGI team build, and you got 25 people putting those kind of numbers in. They got to go somewhere. They don't have four positions underneath them, so all the rest of them got to go somewhere. So the thing to do is get your 4, get them in place, and shucks, you could almost just turn your computer off and go on vacation after that if you needed to. I ain't gonna tell you to do that. I didn't say that, did I? Dave, did I say that?
No. I had a 1-day vacation Sunday.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
How's that?
I sailed a 36-foot Islander sailboat up to 20 miles up the river, and the wind was blowing so hard I had to tack across the river back and forth until I got there. It took 4 hours to go 20 miles.
That's all right. You know what they call that, don't you?
What?
Dream building.
Relaxation.
Dream building.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, dream building. And dream building's a good thing. That's something you not only need to learn to do for yourself, you also need to learn to do with the other team members. Is dream build them. Dream build with them. Find out what's their hot button, what's their dream, and expand upon it. Help them to see it.
And it's important to write it down with your hand on a piece of paper, with a pencil or a pen or something that you can read. Because if you write it down, you're more likely to believe it.
My problem
That's
is I write it
psychology.
down. I'm less likely to be able to read it, so I usually type it. But same thing, same difference. Get it in front of you.
Well, first I write mine down, then I type it, and then I post it to the wall, and then I read it every day.
That's the thing. There is get it in front of your face and see it every day.
Yep.
See it every day.
Just like now, I've got these 3 girls for January on my calendar.
Dave, that's not part of your dream now.
That's dream building.
Oh, me.
Well, you know what I always say. That old scripture, lead me not into temptation, I can find it myself.
Probably can. Has anybody got anything, any questions, anything like that? I want to get into this winning team marketing system here, but I want to make sure we get everything else answered while we can.
Yeah, does anybody know how many people we have in TGI as well as Four Corners?
Four Corners, I don't have any idea. TGI has a little over 5,400 something or something like that. The number's posted on the website, actually. Somewhere, I've seen it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But it's about 5,000 in there, and that number, if you'll just look at go to the TGI website, the web, and look and see how many people are coming in daily. I'm seeing maybe 10 people an hour coming into this thing. People are coming in by droves. So my biggest advice is I can get is get out there and get yours. They're out there. You got to get them, but they're out there. I go to that website when it comes up on my cell phone, so I see it quite frequently, and see the people that are being welcomed into the team and things like that. And like I said, I'm seeing probably about 10 people an hour coming in on that thing. So it's exciting. It's exciting to know this thing is growing. It's growing, and it's growing fast.
Mike, I hate to disagree with you.
Okay.
But I thought Clay told us at one time on one of those recordings.
Yeah.
That we hit over 10,000.
No. That may be Four Corners, but the TGI. All I'm talking about is the TGI team bill. Of course, that's probably what Clay is talking about. Maybe them numbers have gone up since I've seen the numbers. But
because if he's got 600 by himself, that means nobody else is working. And I know better. I see the names just like you do.
Yeah, like I said, I'm seeing about 10 an hour come in, and it's So I don't. Maybe you're right. Maybe you may be absolutely right, because it may be 10,000 now. The last number I saw was about 5,400 and something. But,
that may be just what's on the website. There may be more that aren't on the website.
Absolutely, like I said, as many people as I'm seeing coming in, being welcomed onto the team. It's doing it, and if that many people coming in, people are growing. People are moving right on up too. And the beautiful thing about this, and I've experienced it, I know Rev Dave has experienced it. The system works. The program is automatic, and the things that we've ran into with other Matrix programs have been human problems. There hadn't been problems with the business. The businesses are great. The pay plans are great. They set up great. The problem is you've had human problems in there, human intervention that was causing things to grow a little bit and then slow down and get sluggish, and then they grow a little bit, and then they get even more sluggish. But with the Four Corners Alliance, and especially with the TGI Team Build, the software is set up so that it's taken the human equation out of it, and it's working all by itself. It's working. So you don't, if you get your four in there, you don't have to worry about whether they're going to advance or not. They're going to advance. The system's going to automatically keep them going. There is one thing. Let's see if I can figure out where it is again. Get over here to the Four Corners. Okay, log me back in. Under, I think it's settings in the Four Corners. I'm not talking about the TGI. I'm talking about the Four Corners back office. There, across the horizontal menu there, you have the word settings, and if you click on settings and you scroll down to the bottom, you got your auto purchase setting, and you need to make sure that the little dot is beside product number 6. That'll make sure that you are. I'll tell you why. They've got a system in there that it's really fantastic. One of the things we had wrong, and just take Feeder Matrix for an example, if you come in there and you were sitting at level 1, and somebody come in and below you and purchase level 2, and you normally would have been in line to receive income from that level 2, but if you were still sitting at level 1, it passed you. And it passed you and went up line until it found someone that was at level 2. The first person up level was at level 2. So what happens is you missed out on money. I know several of us have benefited from that. That since we upgraded ourselves, and by upgrading ourselves, we were in a position so when people jumped in and upgraded, we were in line to catch the money that and we were actually in line to catch the money that some other people missed out on because they hadn't upgraded. With the Four Corners, that problem is gone. If people just come in and make sure you got the settings set right, what happens is if you they have what they call an escrow, and what happens is if you're sitting at level 1 and someone comes in at level 2 below you, the money should come to you. If you don't have that product number 2, obviously, just like any other business, you can't sell a product you don't own. But what happens is instead of skipping you, the money that you would get goes into your escrow account, and then when you do upgrade to level 2, boom, you got the money. You didn't miss it. When I read that, when I figured that out, that got me excited. Because I just knew there was other people that were missing money. Somewhere in here on the website it explains all of that, probably better than I can. But as long as you got your settings set there on 6, you got the little radio button click, for product 6, which I think it defaults to that. So you want to make sure you go in there and check it, and make sure you don't you don't move that down lower, because what'll happen then is it will it'll automatically keep upgrade as money comes into your account. It'll automatically keep upgrading you to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. But if you don't have that setting all the way up to 6, it won't take you any higher than what you have it set at. So you know, if you do that, you're in a position to lose money, because if you're sitting at one and you got your product level at one. By the way, you can't choose one or two, either one. They're already they're defaulted. But say if you set it on three and then someone below you come in on four, you know, upgraded to four, you know, you would, if you were set at three, you would miss it. It wouldn't come to you, uh, and that money would pass you, and it would go up. It would go up line until it found someone that was a level four. So, like I said, it's really simple. Just go into your back office on four corners. I'm not talking about TGI now. I'm talking about the four corners. Go over there and click on the settings tab, and then just scroll all the way down, all the way to the bottom, and make sure that it's checked in front of product number 6. That'll keep you covered for everything. You'll be covered. You won't miss out, even if you're not upgraded to level 6 yet. Which, you know, I don't think anybody here on the call is upgraded to level 6 yet. But if we're not, if you're not, what happens is it puts your money in escrow until you get to that level, and then boom, you got it. And this thing is really set up. You know, just like Clay said on one of the videos he did. You know, once you come in and once you get your 4, you can pretty much turn your computer off and go off on vacation. It's still going to work. It's still going to build. You're still going to get there. Still going to make the money. That excited me. I don't know if it excites you or not, but it excites me because, you know, what if I decided to go off to Tahiti for a little while and I forgot to take my computer and didn't have a chance to check in on all of this? You know, what would happen? Would I miss out? Would I lose out? Well, I probably ain't going to Tahiti to start with anyway, but you know, no, you know, I wouldn't lose out. This program is designed to run on automatic. Now, I'm gonna tell you about the only thing that you're gonna want to turn your computer on is once you start making money. Once you've got up to product level 6 and you're in position to withdraw money, you're going to want to keep checking because you know, you can get a paycheck every Tuesday. You can get a paycheck. Actually, they pay out to a debit card, a Visa debit card, which is that's really neat because then you can get paid on Tuesday. You can take it that Tuesday anywhere you want to go, just about anywhere in the world, and use that Visa debit card. You got the money right then and there. So you don't have to worry about, well, did somebody send me the money in PayPal, and do I have to go to PayPal and transfer it over here? And you know, they use Direct Pay Express, or I can get my tongue tied up there, or the Solid Trust Pay. I understand Solid Trust Pay is not available in some spots, but most everywhere in the world it is. And you can get the a debit card for either Solid Trust Pay or the Direct Pay Express. I think the Direct Pay Express is probably the best option here. And they have it all set up to, you know, you don't really have to do any qualifying or anything. They got it set up. If you go back into the back office, it tells you how to do that. Let's see. It tells you, I think under the second tab there that says finances, you click on that and it tells you how to go ahead and set up and get get that debit card, and it only takes a few days to get it. So, but and you know, you don't have to worry about anything, any cost, anything. All of that comes automatically. Comes out of your profits. It doesn't come out of your pocket. The $18 you pulled out of your pocket is the last money you're gonna have to take out of your pocket. So it's I don't know. This seems to me to be a system that they have gone and looked at what was wrong with everything else and fixed it. So I'm excited about that too. Anyway, I'm gonna get started preaching here, and I don't want to get started preaching because I want to get into this other thing. Anybody got any questions, any statement, anything you want to make? All right. Well, if that being the case, I'm gonna what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go through the winning team marketing system. Sandy and Doug have been working on this, and they're still working on this, and they have come up with something here that I like. It looks really good. What I want to do tonight is run through it. I'm recording what I'm running through, and I'm going to come back and edit it, and then I'm going to post it to the website as a tool that we can all use. So if you want to know not only what the marketing system is, how to use the marketing system, you can go back and look at this and figure it out for yourself. But when you have new members coming in, you have a tool that you can use with them, that you can give to them so that they can learn how the marketing system works. The goal here is duplication. If we're all on the same page, if we're all doing the same thing, building the system the way it should be built together, then we will be duplicating, and duplicating will get us to the top of that mountain called success, and it'll get us there quickly. Anyway, once again, I'll give anybody a chance if you got anything you want to comment on, say, or anything like that. Other than that, I'm fixing to start going through the program here. I do have it up on screen share so that I can save it, you know, if you want to follow me on the screen share. Alrighty, with that, I'm going to get started here on the winning team marketing system. Training and motivating our members to become team leaders and success coaches. I like that phrase. I really like it. Your sponsor is going to teach you how to follow the winning team marketing system steps to become successful team leader. We're looking for team leaders, folks, and this system will teach you to become a team leader, and your responsibility as a sponsor is to teach those that you bring in, and the responsibility of your sponsor is to teach you how to do it if you're not sure. Okay, you will be able to teach it and teach the steps to your team. Step number 1 is become a member of the forums like IBO Toolbox, social media such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube. What you want to do here is brand yourself. You want to brand yourself by adding value on these sites and building relationships. You want to get into chats, get into conversations. You want to meet people that are there. There are also advertising groups. You got there's probably hundreds and hundreds of advertising groups out there you can advertise on, but you know what I do is I pick about 10, maybe 15 a day and post comments, post things like that. And what I'm doing when I post to those sites is I am directing people to the winning team. I'm not necessarily telling them about a particular program, or I'm not throwing a bunch of links out there. Absolutely not throwing a bunch of links out there. The only link I'm putting out there is the winning team. And why is that the only link I'm putting out there? Because when I bring them into the winning team, then I have the opportunity to interview these people. I want to know these people. I want to get to know these people. But before I can get to know them, I've got to get them there. I've got to get them to the winning team. So what I do is I concentrate my advertising. Reverend Dave uses Safe List advertising, and he uses it very well. And one night I want to bring him on and just let him teach, because he does it better than anybody I know of, and more successfully than anybody I know of. Another way that advertise. Our whole goal here is to meet people. Is to meet people. So not only do I meet people online, on the social media or whatever. Not only do I use the Safe List, I use them a little differently than Dave does, but I do use some Safe List. I use just various means there. But what I also do is I advertise offline. And what I mean by offline, that means I didn't get on the computer to do it. That means I went out and I used some drop cards. I used to do that a lot. I don't do that near as much anymore. I've got a better method, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But I also use flyers, brochures. I put magnetic signs on the side of my car, and I can't really honestly tell you how much money that's generated for me, because it's generated a lot. Because I've sponsored one or two people who sponsored gobs of people, and it all come off of the signs on the side of my car. By the way, the signs on the side of your car also makes your car tax deductible. It makes a lot of your car expenses become tax deductible at that point in time. But the number one method that I have and that I use is, it's a magic word. I don't know if I ought to share it with you or not, but none of y'all are actually in my area, so I guess I can share it with you, so y'all can use it in y'all's area. But it's a magic word. I'll just go ahead and say it. It's hi. It's the word hi. Sometimes I modify it. Hello. How are you? How are you doing? I start a conversation. You just about can't go anywhere. I mean, total strangers. You walk up to a total stranger and you say hi, they're gonna say hi back. You got a conversation started at that point. You got the conversation started. You're getting to know them. You're letting people know. Get to know you, and somewhere in the conversation, they almost always ask, "What do you do?" I may have to ask them what they do first. That's okay. Somewhere in the conversation, they ask me, "What do I do?" Well, what do I do? I'm a home-based entrepreneur. I work out of my home. I won't exactly say from my home. I work out of my home. I get outside the house. I found I can't meet a whole lot of people sitting here in the house, so I get outside of the house almost every day, and I meet people. And I won't tell you that everybody I meet, I walk up and I sponsor them. I don't. Absolutely not. I don't even try. Because that gets me down to step 2. Through the internet advertising and stuff like that, I'm promoting and bringing people to the winning team. That puts them into my top funnel, and they go round and round that funnel. And some of those people that come to the winning team, they fill out the little form that says they want to join the winning team. They're interested in meeting people. They're interested in knowing more about the winning team. So to me, that makes them an automatic enrollee. They automatically enroll themselves into my program, so basically, if I've done step number 1 right, and step number 1 includes the offline and the online advertising that I do, or promoting that I do. I send them to the winning team. They fill out the form, and that brings me down to step 2. And if if you're doing step 1 properly, you should be bringing in interesting prospects and automatic enrollees, people who have responded to your advertising and gone to the winning team and filled out the join form there on the winning team. Let me see here. And then step 2, the person in step 2 is called an automatic enrollee. And what I want to do with the automatic enrollee, and by the way, if you send somebody to the winning team, they fill out that form. On that form, it asks who referred them to the winning team. Who referred them to the winning team? And they'll fill your name out if you're the only name they have to know. If you're the one that sent them there, they'll put your name in that blank. And when I get that form comes to me by email almost instantly. When it comes to me in email, the first thing I do is I look down there and I see who referred this new automatic enrollee to our team. If it comes down there, and if it says David Mincy, okay, I say, all right. I turn around and I make a copy of that. I email it directly to David Mincy as quick as possible with a little note saying, David, you referred John Doe here to the winning team, and they want to know more. You need to give them a call. You need to contact these people. You want to begin the process to help them become not only a member of the winning team, but also it gives you an opportunity to introduce them to whatever program that you or happen to be wanting to promote at the time. But you don't want to just jump right on them and say, hey, look, I'm David Mincy, and I got this program here, and I want you to look at this program, because that ain't what they're going to do, and they're going to hang up on you, or they're going to run from you, and everything like that. So, I consider that phone call, and I make it a phone call if at all possible. If I can't get a hold of them on the phone, I leave a message. If I get an answering machine, I leave a message. Hey, look, I'm Mike Lyles. I'm just calling to welcome you to the winning team. I just wanted to introduce myself and see exactly what you're looking for from for the winning team and how we can help you. And please give me a call back, and I'll make sure that I leave my name and my phone number so that they can call me back. Then the very next step that I take is I go to a system called PhoneVite. With the form that they fill out, they've given me their email address, they've given me their phone number, hopefully. Plus they give me their Skype address, Skype ID. I take their phone number and their email address and I plug it into PhoneVite. I keep a running group in PhoneVite of people that have filled in the form, that I have sent to the winning team, and they filled in the join form, and I keep them in PhoneVite. And then the very next thing I do is I send them a PhoneVite message. I send it. I try to target sending it out about 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock their time, whatever the time zone happens to be their time zone, and I look the time zone up from their address or their phone number or whatever. And the reason I use it then is because that's usually a time when I'm most likely not to catch them at home. That sounds strange, but my goal is I want them to get my PhoneVite message. The other thing that PhoneVite does, two things. One, it does send them a phone message, and I want that message to go on a recorder so they're likely to get it most any time of day. when they do get it home. But the other thing it does is PhoneVite actually sends a email message out as well. So my message is going two ways. It's going through a phone message, and it's also going through an email message. Basically, in these, I'm going to be doing the same thing as I mentioned before. I'm going to introduce myself, tell them who I am, that I am there. Now I'm contacting them to welcome them to the winning team, to see how I can help them. I can help them get started with the winning team, and introduce them to some of the features. And I make sure that I leave my phone number, my email address, my Skype address, and any other contact information that I feel that they'll use to contact me, so that, and I tell them that I'm looking for a phone call from them, that I would like to have a call back from them. One of the things that I also do, as far as the recorded part of the message, the phone message they're going to get, is I make sure that I let them know that there is an email coming their way, that I have also sent them a welcome email. The reason I do that is because if they know there is a personal email coming to them, and I always put their name in the subject line of the email, if they know that there's a email coming to them, and they know that they're expecting it, they are more likely to open it up. And so when they contact me back, when they do get around to contacting me back, when they call me on the phone, which is what I'm really wanting, or if they just email me, then the same thing starts. But I still am always constantly trying to get them on the phone, and that's what I consider an interview. It's an interview. That contact on the phone, personal contact on the phone. I'm actually interviewing this new automatic enrollee to the winning team. At this point, I still hadn't told them, about a program or anything like that I had in mind, a business opportunity, or let's get rich. I haven't told them anything about that. I've just tried to help them understand that we're the winning team, and we're here to support, and we do have certain tools and training available. Most of it's free, and that's what I consider the first interview. And at this first interview, I'm wanting to qualify this automatic enrollee and find out information from them. Not everybody is ready to get started with network marketing business. So I use FORM. The word FORM, F-O-R-M. The word FORM stands for family, occupation, recreation, and money. Okay. The first thing I want to do is ask an enrollee for information about themselves, about their family. I want to ask them where they live, what kind of house do they live in, and if one of their dreams is to own a bigger house, or maybe a smaller house, or maybe they would like to have just a new car, And then I'm going to ask them about what are they doing, or what have they been doing, or are they working a 9-to-5 job? Would they like to be free? Would they like to be working for themselves instead? Would they like to own their own business? Would they like to be working at home, where they could be home to be with the family and be with kids and friends? Next thing I want to do is I want to explore what they enjoy in the way of recreation. Start with recreation. My main goal here is to find out what their dream is, what their goals are. We talked about dreams earlier tonight. That's what I want to talk about, is what is their dreams, and what are they doing to get their dream, and what would it take for them to be living the dream that they have. You know, ask them, would they like to take a luxury liner to Europe or Alaska? They have luxury liners going to Alaska too. I'm not real sure why anybody wants to be cold like that, but some people do. Some people have that dream. Maybe they want to send a child to college or a grandkid to college or something like that. Or maybe they want to help send a grandchild to the U.S. World Taekwondo Open down in Orlando this week. My granddaughter's down there participating in 3 of the events down there this week. Maybe that's one thing they want. It takes a lot of money for them people and kids to do that, and a lot of people just don't have a way of raising that money. They don't have a way of generating the income to do things like that for their children. And and next, I want to ask if they're interested in having an extra income working at home or working from their home. And the thing here is, I want to know how much money it would take. I don't want to jump in and tell them how to get rich if getting rich is not their answer, if getting rich is not their goal. There are a lot of people, and we deal internationally here, we deal worldwide. There are a lot of people, even in the States here, in this country, there are a lot of people that an extra $100 a week or an extra $100 a month even would absolutely thrill them to death. I talked to a lot of people, and I talked to a lot of people that work in restaurants and things like that, and some of them, they'd be absolutely thrilled to death if they could bring $200 a week home. Some of us would think, well, $200 a week wouldn't be worth my time or effort. Some people, it would be fantastic. But then there are others that, in order to achieve some of the dreams and goals, they may need $10,000 a month. They may need $100,000 a year, and that may be the dream, and nothing else will satisfy that dream. So at that point, I want to be in a position to offer them a income opportunity, but I don't want to do it right then. I want to start picking out an income opportunity that will fill their dream. If all they can believe in is that extra $100 a month, I want to pick something out that shows them how they can make $100 a month. And so one of the next things I ask them is, if I could show you a way to make that $100 a month, would you be and guarantee that you're not going to fail? If there was no option of failing, I could show you how to make that $100 a month. Would you be interested in listening to what I have to say? And they say, they'll say, yeah. I say, well, I do have, but right now I want to get you involved in the winning team, so that we can show you the different ways we have to support you, and the different tools that we have to use. And some of those tools, one of those tools is called our team training calls, or winning team training call. We do every Tuesday and Thursday night. I want to invite you to come to that call. We also have a team forum, which you can access and you can join by simply going to the team website. You've already been to the team website. It's on there. It's the third tab at the top. And another way that we have of supporting the team is the team chat room. Now, with the team training calls and the team forum and the team chat room, you can come in and you can post questions. You can read through these. You see where other people have posted questions. Maybe you had a question and you just didn't really know how to put it to words. You can see where other people might have had the same question and they posted, and people give them answers. Other team members will post answers to the questions and to the, whatever comes up that might be of interest to you. You can see how that we are forming a team, how as a team we build each other and we help each other. So I want to invite you to our team training call this next Thursday at 8 o'clock. The number 605-475-4875, and there's an access code called 714-810#. Now, by the time I hang this phone up, I'm almost guaranteed that you forgot that number. So I'm gonna tell you, you can go back to the winning team website and post it right there on the front page. All that information is there and accessible, to tell you exactly when those training calls are going to come about. I'm going to put you in the Skype chat room. That's what I'm going to have to do is ask that you accept me as a contact, and you're on your Skype contact list. And when you do, I'm going to add you to our Skype chat room automatically. When you get to the website, you can join our team web forum. It's right there, like I said, on the third tab. We also, on this team forum, one of the things that we do is we post a recording of all our team training calls, so that you can go back and you can actually hear some of the older calls, some of the calls that have been going on, and you can learn about the team, about the people on the team, and you can possibly hear some answers to questions that you might have had or other training that has come out. But I do want to invite you to the training call live, as well, which moves us on down to step 3. I lost my mouse there.
Yeah, you've already mentioned step 3.
No, we got through step 2, and now we're moving into step 3. And step 3 is... Okay, go ahead, Davis.
Yeah, but you already mentioned all the income and $100 a month or $200 a month. Would it make a difference in their lives?
Well, the next time I speak to them, and really I'm getting into interview too, is hopefully they've already been to one of our calls by then, or been involved in the chat room or the forum or something like that. And my goal in the next time I talk to them, the second time I talk to them, is to establish their financial goals. But I want to move a little further than what we moved earlier. And what I want to know is what kind of extra income they'd like to make. What would it take for them to be comfortable with? Would an extra $100, $200 a month make a difference in their lives? Would it take $10,000, $40,000, $100,000? What would it take? And what are their goals? Okay, when I've talked to them before, I wrote down the goals and things like that they had mentioned, but we're going to explore that a little deeper here. So I'm going to start talking to them about their goals and how long and hard are they willing to work to achieve those goals. What are they willing to do to achieve the financial freedom or the goals that they're looking for? Look, I want to know, are they willing to work 2 hours a day, 2 hours a week, 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week, 40 hours a week? Some of us work even more than that every week. But, I want to know, what would they be willing to invest in way of time? If they're working a 9-to-5 job, they might not have more than an hour a day or something like that, because they still got to have time to put with their family. Would they like to have more family time? Okay. And then we're going to get into, I'm going to talk to them about multiple streams of income, but I'm going to target this around what are they looking for. If they're looking to make an extra $100 a month or something, I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with something like Feeder Matrix or something like that. I'm gonna explain to them what I actually would prefer to start with is Stiforp, because Stiforp offers them the marketing tools that they're gonna need, and they can do that for as little as 35 cents a day or $9.95 a month. Okay, but if they told me no, they need $100,000 a year, they need $100,000 a month or whatever, I'm gonna go with some of the bigger programs that we have, and I'm just now adding Four Corners into my mix. What you share with them is what you have available. What I really really recommend that people have multiple streams of income, and I think everybody here on the call knows that. I think everybody on the call has multiple streams of income. And the reason I keep multiple streams of income is a couple of things. One, I don't want to ever put all my eggs in one basket. I have a tendency to drop things, and if I put all my eggs in one basket and dropped it, and everything would Humpty Dumpty couldn't be put back together again. But if I've got multiple streams of income and something happens to one of them, it falters, fizzles, goes away for whatever reason, then I'm able to pick up and keep going, because I've got other streams of income coming in to take its place, and until I have time to build something else for that, in that place. So one of my next questions is, so I'm going to introduce them to multiple streams of income at that point in time, but I'm not necessarily going to tell them exactly what I have to offer. I'm gonna be running through my mind what is going to fit the income that they're looking for. Because the next question I got is, what kind of investment are they willing to make in a business of their own? And of course everybody's going to say, well, I saw this program on the internet the other day, and it said it was free. It didn't cost me anything, and I wouldn't have to do any work, and I didn't have to do anything, and I was going to get rich. I said, yeah, I said, the problem is that every business, and I don't care, even the businesses that say you get started for free, that you don't have to do anything, every business has startup cost and ongoing costs to operate. You have, first of all, enrollment cost. You have investment in advertising. You have investment in products. You can't sell a product unless you own a product. And there's all kind of costs going on, ongoing costs to start and operate a business. What kind of position are you in right now to, what kind of investment are you able to make without messing up your personal and family budget? That's the question I want to get to them. They tell me, well, I can put in $10 a week. Okay, well, I can show you a program, or if I can show you a program that will require you to invest only $10 a week, and require you to invest only $10 a month, and I can show you where you can meet your financial needs and the goals that you have set for yourself through this program. Would you be willing to listen to it? Would you be willing to take a look at it? That's where I'm going to start picking programs out of the multiple streams available that I have. I'm going to start picking ones that will match them. If they tell me, hey, look, man, I can plump down $100,000 right now, and let's get started. I'm going to pick out a program that's Well, I don't have one that's gonna cost you $100,000, but I do have one that can, that would produce a little bit more, but it costs a little bit more too to start with. You know, so it just depends on the person that I'm talking to and everything like that. And at that point, I'm telling them about the vending machine concept. Does anybody know what I mean when I say vending machine concept? Uh, if if you take a you're in the Coca-Cola business and you go into a shopping mall and busy and crowded shopping mall and you put a Coca-Cola machine, vending machine down right out in the middle of where everybody's at, and you put nothing but Coca-Colas in it. And first thing that happens is fellow comes walking along and he's thirsty and wants a drink, and he goes over there and he says, "Man, I sure should go for an orange drink." And he goes and looks at your machine, and all it has is Coke. I just didn't want a Coke. I wanted an orange. I guess I'll walk off. I got to find something somewhere else anyway. And here is a person that you have put forth the expense, the time, the effort, the advertising to bring this customer to your doorstep, and you didn't have what he wanted to sell, or what he wanted to sell him, and you didn't even offer him a choice. Well, the smart operator with the vending machine is going to come in. He's going to put Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola and Dr. Pepper and orange drink and Sprite and bottled water, and bottled water would be big nowadays, I'm going to fill that vending machine up with multiple streams of income. I'm going to fill it up with multiple choices. So now when this fella comes walking along through the mall and he's thirsty and he really wants an orange drink, and he walks over there, he looks and he sees a whole bunch of choices on here. Hey, he may change his mind, may decide he wants a Sprite instead of an orange drink. It just may trip his trigger. But I've got the orange drink in there too, so if he wants the orange drink, he buys the orange drink. I've made a sale. Okay, the same thing here with vending machine concept and multiple streams of income is, I try to come up with, obviously I want things that produce for me. I don't want to have things that just sit out there and cost me money or effort or whatever. So I try to find things that produce for me, and I've loaded my vending machine up with multiple choices, but I'm looking for all different price range. I'm looking for startup cost and programs with different startup cost. I'm looking for programs that produce different incomes, have the possibility of producing different incomes. You know, may have a person come along and say, I'm looking for a business, but I don't want to do any work. I don't have any of those in my vending machine. I'm gonna have to send them to somebody else's vending machine. But if I come in and they say, look, I got $10 a month, I can put $10 a month into this. I got a program I can show them for $10 a month. They say, well, I got $20 here. I'd like to invest. I'd like to invest, but that's all I got. I said, well, if I could show you a way to take that $20, invest it one time, and generate money, your business is still going to cost you money. It's still going to cost some money, but I can show you how to invest that $20 in such a way that it generates a profit, and out of the profits, all the rest of your costs can be covered. Would you be willing to take a look at that? Somewhere in my vending machine, I've got something that I can offer anybody, so that that they'll be willing to take a look at it. And if here we go, when they take a look at that, then I'm going to explain to them. I hadn't got quite to step 4 yet. I'm going to explain to them, how I increase my income, how I multiply my income by having multiple streams. So I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna outline them a plan that will allow them to come in and buy one product from me, buy one business, buy, get involved in one opportunity that fits their immediate needs, their immediate investment ability, their immediate time investment ability, their income goals. I'm going to show them one that does that, but then I'm going to explain to them the vending machine philosophy. I'm going to explain to them the multiple choices, multiple streams of income, being able to offer everybody something. And then I'm going to show them how they can take the income from the one business and reinvest part of it into the second business and the third business and the fourth business, and so that they have a vending machine. If fellow walks up to me again and says, I got $100,000 to start, I'm going to show him the whole blooming vending machine. I'm going to sell him the machine and every opportunity that's in it. Not many people fall into that category, but when they do, anyway. The next step is step 4. And that's where I emphasize participation in team activities and explain to them how becoming part of the team, becoming part of the social atmosphere that revolves around the team, becoming part of how, helping others is vital to their success. And I'm going to invite them to a second call. They came to the first call, I hope. If they didn't come to the first call, I don't know if we'd ever got this far with them. But if they came to the first call, then we're going to have moved down through this program, and then I'm going to invite them to the next call. And if they show up, if at the next call, then I'm going to make sure that I call them back. And then I'm going to start by this point in time, I've built some kind of relationship with them, but I'm going to start to expand upon that relationship. I'm going to look for them to call me every day, contact me every day. If you can't pick the phone up and call me every day, okay, call me on Skype. Text me on Skype. Text me in the team chat room. Do whatever is necessary, but let's stay in contact. Let's stay in touch with each other. Let's become a team. Let's become part of the team and participate in the team activities, so that we become a vital part of the team, and the team becomes a vital part of me. Anyway, at that point, I'm going to start teaching them the winning team system by just explaining to them that we got basically 4 steps. I realize I've expanded and moved around them, but basically it's 4 steps. They flow. First of all, out in that ether of 7-8 billion people, you found 4 people that fell into your funnel, and they joined the winning team. At that point, you begin to interview them and find out who they are, what their goals are, what their dreams are, what kind of work ethic they have, what kind of work do they do, what kind of work do they want to do. You learn, you build a little bit of a relationship, but you're learning about them, and you move right on down. You invite them to be part of the winning team. They already joined the winning team. You're going to invite them to participate in some of the activities of the winning team, the winning team call and things like that. You're going to expand upon your form. You're going to start to take the information that you've learned from them. And every time you talk to people, you want to be sure you got a pad and a pencil there. You want to be writing down things. But you're going to start to build that dream with them. What is their dream, and what would it take for them to achieve their dream? Would they, and are they interested in working for themselves, or would they rather continue working for a boss? That's nothing wrong with working for a boss. We've got to have people working for bosses. We've got to have people out there in that working day world. We've got to have somebody to move the trash and somebody to run the utilities, and we've got to help people. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to be looking for people that have the dream, and I'm going to show them how that they can build that dream by building a business of their own, and working for themselves, for them to be the boss. And I'm going to continue to try to bring them into the team activities, and that is vital. You're bringing people into the team activities. Pretty soon you've built that relationship with them. You sharing the vending machine. You're helping them pick out a choice of one that best fits them, as far as their investment abilities, their time abilities, their work abilities, and far as what they want, and the one that will best fit their needs to provide the income that they want. And then once you have done that, you pretty much start to teach them. Of course, you've been exposing them all along, but at this point you start to teach them that we do have a system. You give them, this system will be recorded, this is being recorded, you'll see it posted on the website. They'll be able to go to the website and see this. And at that point, duplicate, and most important, once you've got the duplication process down pretty good, do it all over again. Just keep doing it. Sorry about the coughing, folks. I'm really appreciative. I've got a dry throat here. I hope I've got through this enough. I'm going to have to go back and edit some of this and everything, but I'm hoping to be able to post this up as a tool that we can all use. We all got something so that we can see what the basic system is, not just a winning team system, but basic market system for any marketing program. It's all the same. Advertise, bring the people in, interview them, find out if they're qualified to do your business. I'll be as honest as I can be. Sometimes I find people that I don't feel, or I try not to be judgmental, but I don't feel that they're qualified and going to be able to do what we do. And in that case, I usually send them somewhere else. Unfortunately, not many people do I send off, because I try to work with everybody I can. But anyway, this basic system it flows. I might not have flown it too well. I'm not the greatest speaker in the world, but it does flow, and the ultimate goal is to duplicate what you're doing. And hopefully this is going to be a tool that you can use to duplicate what you're doing. Not that you can do it word for word the way I did it. I'm not sure that would be even best. You're going to have to do it word for word the way you do it, but you got a guideline, an outline of what to do, what you want to accomplish. And so, anybody got any questions? I heard a couple people drop out, but if they do, I'll be glad to try to answer them right now.
Yeah, I got a question.
Okay.
In the back office in Four Corners, you
yes,
said
sir.
to go to click on 6, and I can't find that. And I went over here to the site map, and I got a list of things on the left-hand side.
Let's see here. Four Corners. Let me spread this. I'm going to stop this recording, just a screen share, just a second, and then I'll